Hello guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Maku.
It's Kobayashi.
Another recap episode for Blue Lock. Want to go ahead and start it off for us?
So continuing off from last episode, the other team, they're basically playing for the draw. They're just passing back. And then it switches to the last formation, I want to say. I believe it's the Monk and his formation.
Yeah, of course. Can't forget the best player on the team.
And his speciality is the trying hard speciality, which in every bald guy from anime, that's what they like to do. They're tryhards. But like I was saying, the other team, they were just passing back, and it looks like they're just playing for the draw until the very last second. They release an all counterattack, causing Team Z to be like surprised. So it was basically like a 10v2 type situation. And then it looks like Nico, the other guy who has like the same sense of goal or sense of hunger like Isagi, he looks like he's about to shoot, but he passes the ball. And since him and Isagi think alike, Isagi knew he was gonna pass the ball and intercepts it, and which caused everyone to be surprised. And then Team Z, Isagi's team, went on to counter themselves. So Isagi plays the ball to, I want to say, was it Kugami?
The Ichigo lookalike, I believe.
So Isagi plays the ball to the Ichigo lookalike, and then the Ichigo lookalike plays the ball to Bachira. Bachira, he dribbled past a few defenders. And Bachira plays a good cross.
And it looks to be to I believe his name is Gagamaru. But Gagamaru said, oh, it's a little low, but I can probably get to it. He tries to do it for his best Van Persie impression. And he actually missed the ball. But Bachira wasn't even actually planning to pass to Gagamaru in the first place. It was actually meant for the guy running all the way across the pitch, which ended up being Isagi. So he just blasted it top corner, and they ended up winning the game.
While Isagi was striking the ball, he was thinking to himself, while I score this goal, I'm going to be reborn as a new player. And then he scores, and that's the end of the match. And Isagi's walking down the field, and he notices, he's like, what is this feeling? What is this emotion I'm feeling? And he's walking down, he's going by the defeated players from team, I want to say X. And then he's just grinning, because he's like, I like this emotion. And then Ego also grins, and it looks like they're both like, have the same type of grin. And then it cuts to Team Z, and they're celebrating their 2 goals, and with their 2 goals they got 2 steaks, and they basically had a potluck at the cafeteria or in their room. I think it was in the room. And the really funny part, since they're having a potluck, they're sharing each other's foods, but no one still wanted the monk's food, which I believe is pickled radish. He got some meat, but like, you know, no one wanted his food. It is trash. I mean, he is bald, but that's not the main priority. And no one mentions it, but obviously for the audience point of view, we see Chigiri still like cornering himself away from Team Z and his teammates. So then it cuts down to nighttime, and Isagi really couldn't go to sleep because all the emotion he's feeling from scoring the winning goal. So since he couldn't go to sleep, he went to the film room, but someone else is already there watching film. And it was Chigiri nonetheless. And Isagi's like, oh, what are you doing, Chigiri? Why are you still awake? He's like, oh, I can't go to sleep. I don't know why you can't go to sleep, because you scored that amazing goal. But I still can't go to sleep, he said.
And prior to this, they figured out what Isagi's like his best attribute is, which is like, well, they said it was hunger for goals. But Chigiri, as Kobayashi has stated, he was also in this film room, and Isagi ended up going there. I guess he was going to watch film himself. And Chigiri said, oh, and that hunger for goals, it's actually called spatial awareness. It's not called hunger for goals.
And then Isagi, he's like, oh, thank you, but what is yours, by the way? I really want to get to know you. I want to get to know a little bit more about you. And Chigiri, he doesn't explain his weapon, but he explains like the backstory. He's like, oh, I did have a weapon like you guys before, but not anymore because of he said, I believe he tore his ACL or a meniscus or something like that a year ago. So this happened to me similar as well. I've broke my knee, I tore my ACL. I can't recover from it, and that's what Chigiri is also feeling. He just feels like he can't go 100% because he's scared to re-injure it. Because if he re-injures it, that's his soccer career over. And then I forget what Isagi says. Do you remember what Isagi says? Isagi says something to like...
Oh yeah, to really push his buttons. So what Isagi ended up saying, well, if you don't even like try to go for, essentially he said, how are you gonna even achieve your goal if you're not even gonna try in the first place? So that's what ended up pushing his buttons.
Yeah, and then Chigury's like, well, you don't even know me, so. And then he just storms off.
So then it cuts to the next day in practice. And it's just a normal session. I mean, they're just practicing, attacking.
They're just doing normal drills.
Right. And meanwhile they were doing that, Ego was in his room, or his like little area or whatever, making himself some like ramen, put some spice, mayonnaise, and a few other like spices to make it taste better, I guess. And he said, specifically, oh, let me put some spice into this. So he ended up going on the TV and talking to like all the youths from Team Z and saying, oh, we've changed your numbers now.
Your rankings.
And what we see is that Isagi actually ended up being the top of that little group right there.
And the rankings is based off the games they played, so off goal contributions, goals, assists,
and goal significance, which is why Isagi bumped up so much higher.
Because Isagi, I believe, has 1 goal, 1 assist.
Yeah, and the importance of it is really serious.
And I believe second place is Kuganmi, or I don't know how to pronounce it. The Ichigo look like Kuganami.
Something along those lines. In any case, it moves on to Isagi just like really contemplating himself, because before Ego left, because obviously he stated that your numbers have changed, but he also stated that so your team is actually going to revolve around your best player. So obviously the best player right now is Isagi, and they said, so now you have to play to your, or enhance your best attribute. So everyone obviously has an attribute that they can improve, and they were explaining how like Messi in real life, he has a speciality of dribbling, which you can clearly see if you watch football. And Isagi was quite confused because he was like, well, how can I improve mine? Mine is just spatial awareness. There's nothing I can really do. And then he came to a realization, well, if there's one thing I can do, is improve my physique or improve my
stamina.
Yeah. So that's exactly what he did. He went straight onto the football pitch and started running. But then that's when the Ichigo lookalike came around and he said, oh, you're running? I'm running too.
And then Bachira comes, and then we just see the whole team basically start running.
Everyone except
Chigury.
Yeah. Because he ended up going back and just taking a shower.
And then the next match, I forgot what team they're going against, but the next episode is going to be... Is that their final match? No, I think they have 2 more matches left over. But this match is really important because right now, everyone's basically tied except the top team. And so this match determines if they're going to be second or not. And my prediction is, I believe it's going to be a Chigury type episode because they are just...
Yeah, they are foretelling that he's going to be a main part of it. So, yeah, to be fair, it's either he's going to appear in this one or he's probably going to appear in the final one. Yeah. I have a feeling he might appear in the last one, to be fair. This one, for some reason, I feel like the bald guy is going to have a really important factor.
I do not think so. If anything, I'm calling someone's going to betray them. I don't know who. Like someone will. I don't know. There's always going to be a betrayal or something.
And alright, this is going to go ahead and wrap it up for us. If there's any anime you would like to talk about in specific, please let us know in the comments down below. My name is Maku.
Kobayashi.
And thank you.